Random titles that I don't know the origin of Productions presents. Okay, so I shouldn't say that. I do know where it came from. It came from the previous owners. I don't know what they were doing with it, but I hope everybody remembers this HP 2000 more specifically. This is one of my 2 remaining Windows 10 boxes, but it has not been powered on since the introduction. In fact, since before the introduction of the Windows 10 Creators Update. And that is going to be the point of this video. We are going to install it and see how well that works, and then I'm going to give my opinions on it. So far, my opinion of Windows 10 has been mostly that it's a pile of crap. And that opinion has not changed since the introduction because I just really don't like it. However, unfortunately, gonna have to get used to it. I certainly don't have to run it on my systems, which is what I've been doing so far. I have avoided upgrading everything to Windows 10. Shouldn't be auto-logging in. I don't know what it's doing. Yeah, that was weird. One of the glitches with Windows 10, right there. Well, that certainly didn't take forever, and I think this is one of the reasons why. Look at that disk activity. Well, it was high a minute ago, but what is taking up all my CPU time? That's another problem with Windows 10, is things love to eat the CPU and the disk. The disk being the big one, because as you all know, the hard drive is the slowest part of the computer. Oh, OneDrive's set up. Yeah, we'll destroy that. Don't care about OneDrive. It looks like a service host, probably downloading an update. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go in, and we're going to do this. Oh. Well, maybe you shouldn't be using up all my CPU when I'm trying to do other things. Okay, well here's a bunch of updates. I'm gonna have to run my Shutup 10 and see if anything's been reset, because I saw a bunch of telemetry processes in here, so could be interesting. Yep. And this needs to scan your computer. Yeah, you should be doing it automatically. Stupid antivirus. Okay, well we got a bunch of updates, but I do not see the new Windows 10 build. I probably have to install all of these updates first in order to get it. Hopefully. So far, this process has taken entirely way too long. And one of the updates failed, and clicking on retry brought me right back to this. Not gonna rant. I'm not gonna rant, because every time I do, every Tom, Dick, and Harry comes out of the woodwork and complains about the video because Windows 10 is apparently some kind of magical god or something. Well, could be the god of hell for all I care. This is stupid. Unbelievable. I go through this every time I want to update this machine. It's not even this one specifically, it's all of them, really. Perhaps I chose the wrong computer to try and start this with. Something looks wrong here. Looks like I'm going to have to do some work in order to get this thing to install updates. That's kind of annoying. So, I'm going to run a virus scan, get that done so it quits complaining at me, and I'm going to reboot it after changing this, and we'll see if it installs updates then. Okay, it's been, what, 3, almost 4 hours? I'll know when I actually look at the review the tape because the timestamp is in the bottom corner, although you can't see it. And this is still going. It's kind of pathetic. Oh, I see how this is going to work. I give this installation process a big, massive F. Already. Because at this point, it's been, oh, what? Probably about a month since it was released. Actually, yeah, it has been a month. April 7th, 2017. It's now May freaking 13th. There is no excuse for this to not be published through Windows Update already to everybody. It's a service pack. Come on. There is no excuse. So this gets a big fat F already. And I don't want no tears because that's what it deserves. In fact, it deserves even less than that. The brilliant fool or actually they shouldn't be, they're not brilliant at all, they're a moron, who decided that this was the way to release updates at Microsoft should be fired and should be unemployable. Rendered completely unemployable. Because this is stupid. This is absolutely deplorable usability design. Terrible. Upgrade. Oh, it's probably going to fail this, too. Oh, look at this. It actually did manage to work. Starting download. Next. And that'll probably take 16 billion years to do this. This should have been put through Windows Update half of a month ago. There's no excuse for the quality assurance testing to not have been done. There's no excuse for any of that to not have already been done. And I thought that Windows 10 had a massive user base of, what did they put in? Insiders to test this stuff. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe people have finally actually realized the truth that Windows 10 is garbage and have upgraded to a more reliable operating system like Windows 7 or Windows XP for that matter. I think I'll get off my soapbox and not rant any further because I've probably already sealed the fate of this video. It's going to get bombarded with people who have got no clue how the real world actually works, and they're going to hate me for saying that I think Windows 10 is garbage, even though that's frankly the truth. Okay, here we go. Keep in mind that it's now been 5.5 hours. Reboot now. Ugh. You are about to be signed out. Just do it. Okay, I meant to get some other video of the process, but that didn't really happen. No thank you. Welcome to Windows. Let's go ahead and take a look at what's new, just because I want some points to talk about here. Admittedly, I probably should be going into this knowing what's new. Apparently, actually doing something is not new. Or, rather, loading something in this damn browser is not any faster, so speed isn't new. What the hell? Wow. What a piece of crap. What did it even do? It's not what I wanted it to do. Ugh, stupid. Alright, I've noticed that this is here, even though it shouldn't be, and I've also noticed that it has reset a number of my settings. So we will revert those changes, because they shouldn't be changed. I didn't ask for it. Everything there seems to be okay. Guess I want to close it and reboot, and we'll continue talking about Windows 10, the Creators Update. If there's anything to even talk about, really. Because from what I have heard, most of what is in this update is gaming-related stuff that I don't really care about and will never use, so I'm not going to offer my opinion up on it because, well, I'll never use it, and I think it's stupid. So, that's just coming from somebody who will never use it. Okay, let's go back for a second. This is definitely new right here. Of course, it's all stuff that I'll never use. So broadcasting is certainly an interesting thing. But I guess I can't use it because it doesn't meet the minimum hardware requirements. Yeah, forget that. That's a bunch of crap. But anyways, so that's useless. Oh, it's right in front of my face. This is new. Previously, there were other utilities that could deal with this. That's what you can do. Supposedly, what it's supposed to do, although that looks really hard on the eyes, what it's supposed to do is... I don't know why it's doing it now, even though it shouldn't be. Oh, there we go. It's because I'm holding on to it. What it's supposed to do is reduce the amount of blue light, because supposedly that is what affects sleeping when you've got a monitor. It's the blue light that you're actually really sensitive to. That's why I don't really understand the point of blue LED clocks like that. It's kind of stupid, because it keeps you up at night, especially the bright ones like that. This is actually a feature I do make use of on this thing. Yes, I know. But, so it's nice to see Microsoft finally catching up with that in that regard. There's been utilities that have done this for years and years and years, so it's not like it's a new feature, but hey, at least it's built in now. You don't have to download and install another application. Okay, there's a couple of changes to Windows Update. This hasn't existed previously. Choose the branch readiness level. Basically, you get two options. Current branch and current branch for business. Current branch means most people, and business means widespread use in organizations. And that's just a direct quote. I don't know what most people is supposed to mean, but I take it to mean it's just exactly the same way as it used to be. You do get to defer feature updates and quality updates. Quality updates are security improvements. You probably should not defer those, but especially considering it's Windows 10 and there's telemetry anyways. Feature update is new capabilities. You can defer that for up to 365, really. I'm not sure why that's an option, but hey, I guess that's one thing. If you don't ever want them, you can defer it for a year until it improves or goes away. You can pause updates for up to 35 days now. Choose how updates will be delivered. Well, that doesn't really matter. That's just the same stuff that it used to have. I think that's it. There's nothing really else in here you can do. Oh yeah, active hours changed. I think you can set 18 hours. So if you don't want it to update while you're trying to work, which I don't usually want it to do, so I have it set to that. But you can set it for a lot longer now. Let's see, 12 o'clock p.m. Actually, that's not what I wanted, 11 p.m. It will let you actually do that, so here's one thing. I've also noticed this thing on the side. I've never noticed this before. I think it changes based on what's displayed. So like if I'm in privacy or if I'm in ease of access here, it displays a different set of options. I don't know if that is on all of these. Well, it looks like it isn't on very many of them. It only really displays these. But I don't know if that's new or not, but I've never noticed it before, so. Here's something really dumb that I've just noticed. Where's the control panel? Oh sure, you could still access it. Very easily. Brings it up just fine. But where is it on that menu? It's ridiculous that they're trying to get rid of this, because 90% of the options in here are still not in this right here. Or if they are in this, it's extremely, excruciatingly, unnecessarily difficult to get to in this. And so simplified that you can't even use it. It's worthless. So the classic control panel really should have stuck around. I'm going to pin it to the taskbar because, well, I'll just pin it to the taskbar. I'll pin settings to the taskbar too, so. That's dumb. Of course, I'm old school, so that might be why I think it's dumb, but I think that it's just extraordinarily dumb that they want us to go with all of these dumbed-down, simplified options that don't really do everything that I want it to do. Like, I mean, hey, if I want to change the sound settings, I can just click on sound in the control panel just like that, and there it is. If I want to do it in this, if I can even do it in this, I've never verified this. Yeah, nope, you can't even adjust sound settings in that. Despite the fact that there is a speaker in the icon for devices. Let me try that and see what comes up. Okay, if I click on sound, what happens? Oh, it just brings that up. So why would I need to search when I can just open up the control panel and click on that, and it brings up the same thing? What's the point? I don't see one. So, there's a step backwards. Alright, this video is up at 18 minutes already, so I think I'm going to make it quick. There are a couple of other things. You can force Windows 10 to only allow store apps to open. I think that's kind of stupid, but probably useful in some fringe cases. There's more advertisements, again, which is kind of stupid. There shouldn't be advertisements in a desktop operating system, but whatever. That's not my decision, and they didn't ask for my input. There's a new share menu, which I'm not going to offer up an opinion on because I'll never use it. There is a new screenshot utility. If you press Windows key Shift S, it will allow us to select a portion of the desktop, just like that, and it will take a screenshot of it. You can paste it, and there it is. There is our screenshot. It's too bad it doesn't directly save it, and it's something that I think would actually be rather useful. I haven't noticed this before, but I think it's been here for a while. This Paint 3D thing. Thankfully, the original Paint is still around because I don't think that this application is really that great. I don't think there's really a point. And a couple other things I'm just going to mention briefly here. There's a thing called Storage Sense, which allows Windows 10 to automatically free up disk space. I can see that being a problem, although it does say that it will automatically erase temporary files and empty recycle bin. That could be useful. A lot of people don't empty their recycle bin. There's a feature called Dynamic Lock. I'll never use it, so I'm not going to offer my opinion. The Settings app has been streamlined a little bit, so I've noted a couple of things that I have noticed. Maybe I'll talk about some of them in the description as I see them. Windows Defender actually managed to get a user interface in the... I think it's in the Settings application. Let's go into Update and Security. I'm pretty sure that there is a Windows Defender interface in here now. I know they've changed it. If it will actually even let me do that. Windows Defender. Alright, let's open Windows Defender Security Center. Ah, yes. Yeah, it did get a new interface. Although it is not in the Settings application, it now has a metrified user interface as well. Or actually, I'm sorry, Modern UI. Oh no, I'm sorry, Unified Windows Platform. It'd be nice if they stuck to one damn name for the damn thing. Stupid. There's absolutely nothing modern with it, and B, it's not a unified platform because guess what? There are still classic applications. So, no. Should just call them Metro like it was in the first place. When you uninstall something, Windows will automatically remember that you uninstalled it, and when you go to upgrade the next time, it won't reinstall it. That should have been a feature from the very beginning. It is inexcusable that it wasn't. When you disable Wi-Fi, you can configure it to automatically turn on in an hour, in 4 hours, or in 1 day. I don't see the utility of it, so I'm not really going to offer much of a comment. There's been some improvements to Action Center, none of which I care about. Start menu folders. You can have folders for live tiles. A, I think live tiles are stupid, and B, that should have been something straight from the very beginning. There's no reason why we couldn't have folders for those things. Folders, it's more like a pop-up menu. At least from what I've looked at, the screenshot that's right here. Yeah, there's no excuse for that. That should have been a feature from the very beginning. Start menu customizations. Those should have been things from the beginning. More interface color options should have been things from the beginning. Virtual touchpad is stupid. Smoother window resizing, I don't get the point of that either. Theme management, blah. Desktop icon placement improvements, who cares? VPN access, quicker VPN access, who cares? Multiple account sign-in improvements. Most of that should have been features to begin with. Lunar calendar support in the taskbar. No one cares about that either. Office Hub. No one cares. Photos app improvement. No one uses the Photos app anyways. Sticky Note Insights. No one uses sticky notes. Books in the Windows Store. Well, that could be a useful feature. I'll never use it. Windows Ink improvements. Nobody in the entire universe uses Windows Ink. Surface dial settings? What? I've never even heard of a Surface dial. Must be a new thing. Cross-device experience settings. Again, nobody is ever going to use that. No one cares. 90% of the things in this update are things that either nobody cares about, or they should have been things straight from the very beginning. So there's really no technical improvement with the Creators Update over any of the previous Windows 10 upgrades. Except if you are a gamer and can make use of these features. But for ordinary people, no one cares. I certainly don't. It's a massive waste of time. So as machines get them, I guess whatever, I might upgrade them. But if I don't, if the machine doesn't automatically get the update, I wouldn't waste my time. Because the upgrade process, as you saw in this video, is an absolute pain in the ass and is not worth the effort. It's been almost 7 hours, and I haven't really managed to get anywhere with this. It's still the same old Windows 10, still uses the same amount of disk activity, still has the same amount of disk activity, which is to say it rivals Windows Vista, and there's just no real technical improvements with it. So, that's it. Thank you for watching. If you have any comments, feel free to leave them down below. And this is CP666 signing off. I hope to see you next time. Till then, sorry for going over it quickly, I just don't want another long computer video, so... Although, I don't know if you will have seen the long computer video by the time this gets uploaded, so... If you haven't, there's one coming. Oh yeah, trash.